Uh, let's see what's going on with kidnapping situation. I told you we were at some point going to get someone who's going to stab someone or something, but to get this close, I mean, it's pretty rough, right? It was yesterday. Soon enough, it's coming, dude. There's gonna be a streamer fucking death match soon. Someone's going out.
I know a lot of content creators have their low moments. I mean, a couple days ago, as you've probably seen, popular MMOs was actually arrested.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. A lot of people were talking about this on the Twitter. I even watch. Wait, did we watch the video 2 days ago? I think. Was it 2 days ago or 1 day ago? I forgot. Anyways, yeah. The dude was fucking retarded.
On the side of the street, completely intoxicated.
Yep. Oh, that's too bad you are.
And when you see situations like that, even with all the context given, there's not really anything funny to be said there. It really is just sad watching a crash out like that. But then there are other scenarios.
Oh no. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm a douchebag. I was eating that shit. To see fucking streamers fall like that.
How did this even happen in the first place? And what
It's
I'm
beautiful to see the
130,000
mask just fully fall off.
And she was kidnapped by another Twitch streamer. Now, this was announced by the Miami Police Department. The background of the story
Uh-oh, Miami. Here we go, Florida.
Doesn't really look like it's
Here we go.
Now, there's usually a very
always
rare
Florida,
crossover
man.
between internet drama and
It's always
felonies.
Florida.
Usually, most internet drama revolves around one person.
Hey, yo, Charlie, what the fuck is up with Florida? What's wrong with your what's wrong with your state?
Everyone forgets in a week. It usually never escalates into a real-life altercation. But today's story is a huge outlier in that sense, because this originated from a clip that you might have seen and thought, haha, Lamau, that's so funny. But it's then escalated into a real-world crime. So there are two characters to this story.
Well, yeah.
First of all, you have Gara, a relatively smaller Twitch streamer with a following of around 30,000 followers. And then a much larger creator called India. Now, they both do gaming content, chatting, IRL, and they focus on games like, for example, GTA 5. Now, Gara and India actually used to date each other. That is until Gara discovered that India was actually cheating on him. And all of this went down, as it always does, on a live stream. And at the time, this got shared everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, Reddit,
yes,
even the live stream
the usual.
Reddit, but to be fair, they were probably posting more Forzen on that day anyway. Now, that was meant as a snide, but to be fair, the Forzen clips that they post are actually pretty funny.
Hey, I joined a bunch of normies.
Huh?
Normies? Sorry, we don't go on therapy.
Least thick Swedish accent imaginable, by the way. I have joined a bunch of normies. Hello. Now, of course, because they were IRL streamers, everything had to be live streamed, so they were actually at a restaurant doing
I'm sorry, what?
I
guess that's Forsen's,
somewhere else to find something to eat.
I guess sticker? I don't know.
India gives him her phone to look for places. So either he went snooping or, like, I don't know, a message popped up, but then he basically found out that she was cheating on him. She realizes what happens, all too late, promptly grabs the phone, and then turns off the stream. I do notice when a lot of people are cheating and when they get caught, the entire defense there is like, what are you doing? Oh my god. I through my phone to find out I've been cheating on you. Oh my god.
I wasn't doing it. Oh my god. Oh, bro, what are you doing?
So this then resulted in Gara having the cops called on him. I'll be honest, the name is spelled G-A-R-A. I'm not sure whether it's Gara, Jara. I'm probably just going to keep interchanging them like tomato, tomato. But and that is crazy foreshadowing to today's story. As a way to get back on her for cheating, India actually claims that he stole a bag containing $3,000, took the money, and then threw the bag into a lake. The next day, Gara issued a full statement on the situation. Never been a 2016 power word that sat here and stressed over a bitch. It ain't ever been a problem. We're gonna forever up it on these bitches. This to show you, though, how dirty and sneaky these whores are. We back live tonight. Let's turn up. Now, I wouldn't...
Jesus!
A bit of a nothing burger update. Oh, the streamer's gonna go live? Wow, big shock. But as we get into the story more, the foreshadowing here is crazy. And in response to Gara's tweet, another streamer said this: "Don't be like that 2016 Parawood who shot his girl and went to jail." Now, after all this went down, there wasn't really much interaction between any side. Although Gara did tweet out a DM between him and a girl called Dumbass Thick CK, who I assume could be Indiana. But just 4 days after the incident with the, live stream cheating, in the screenshot, she was actually threatening to press charges, assuming for the stolen bag and the stolen money. But it would have been safe to assume that after that, they would have gone their separate ways. And that pretty much should be the end of this story, and I wouldn't be making a video on it. But then, a year later, Gara actually decides to do the unthinkable. In some, bizarre Joker-level act of revenge, or more likely complete stupidity, he decides to kidnap his ex-girlfriend. I get it, cheating sucks, brave statements only on this channel, but... resorting to kidnapping? This is a whole
really.
Now,
Like going that far to kidnap is literally about to go fucking do the deed to go maybe.
Congratulations.
Jesus.
That was on the 18th of May, so earlier this month. And we know that Gara actually lives in Miami just from a quick look at his Instagram account. He's marked the posts of location as Miami, Florida, and is actually tagged with a hairstylist company, which is also in Florida, called Rerouted. They're actually in Miami Broward, which is just north of Dade County. Now, I get it. GTA 6 looks like it's going to be set in the equivalent of Florida. We've got Florida man doing crazy stuff, but again,
yeah, I hate to say it, but Florida is one of those states where it's just like, yeah,
kidnapping with a weapon, firearm, or aggravated
there's some shit that
with a
comes out of
stolen
Florida
battery
that's
and
kind of
concealed
fucking
weapon or
wild, right?
carrying one. The charges are also remarked as domestic violence, which is usually just a note that the courts add to try to hit extra charges on you. And also, by the way, I'm not using Facebook as a reliable source of information. Don't worry, there are enough boomer conspiracy theories on there. It was only posted on the Facebook account, but if you actually go onto the Miami-Dade County inmate search by the name Timothy Brooks, you can actually see his case on the website. Now, I do want to say, at the time of recording this video, he is still being held in custody, so he's unable to give his side of the kidnapping story. Gara's ex-girlfriend actually commented on the situation through an Instagram story. It's been deleted now. It's not viewable, but it has been archived on Twitter. I'm back. Thank you, everyone who checked up on me while I went through something very traumatic, which almost caused me to lose my life. Story time on stream. So as many people were clamoring, waiting for this story time update, as a recording, again, she hasn't actually gone live to explain what's happened. But interestingly as well, she actually posted 4 videos of her and Gara together with a broken heart emoji in the caption. And in the comments of the tweet, she actually gave more information about the surrounding context of the arrest. Someone was actually telling her to just drop the charges entirely, but she actually replied saying that she wasn't actually the one to press charges.
So if she never that means it's
expanded on this. After he did what he did to me, the police were called to the scene by the witnesses. I refused to give a statement and didn't press charges. He's in jail because of the witnesses. And it doesn't change the fact I still love and care about him even after he crashed out. So no, I didn't put him in jail. The state did. And even with the kidnapping case, it doesn't seem
when it's kidnapping like that,
obviously this goes back to the whole him taking the money in the bag and then throwing it in the river, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's the witnesses that solved the incident.
It was the state that did it. But again, kidnapping is a really serious event.
It's super serious.
Situations in the UK where people have been kidnapped briefly in a car, and they usually get a minimum of 9 years in prison. Now, India did post another update, but this was deleted basically 10 minutes after it went up. Now, unfortunately, I didn't manage to screenshot this tweet because it was deleted in lightning speed. The only proof I have of this tweet even existing is the email notification you get when you follow someone with notifications turned on. So obviously, understandably, because I'm not showing any proof of this because it's been deleted, take it with a huge grain of salt. A block of salt. She basically asked people to stop lying.
The largest
about
grain you can find.
And that she was on a yacht a couple of days.
You should go get the Himalayan salt rocks. Yeah, that's a big chunk of salt.
Back this up. I've searched around to try and find what it's in reference to, but nothing seems to be showing up there. Looking at her Twitter though, an undeleted tweet, you can actually find a picture of her on a yacht on the 27th of May. Now she also does clarify again that she does not want to make the situation worse by pressing charges, and that she's fully refusing to give the police any kind of statement. And apparently as well, one of the witnesses that saw this happen was one of the cousins who also isn't giving a statement. But there were public onlookers that weren't involved, and they're choosing to give a statement. That's the reason why the state is pressing charges. Now, from a legal standpoint,
yeah, there's a lot of people that saw.
Unfortunately, be enough to put Gara away for good.
Yeah.
He's committed 2 first-degree felonies, and although India isn't actually pressing charges at this time, it's not like the police department will, you know, let him go.
Let it go,
because,
yeah.
Like, the main person involved doesn't want to press charges. Kidnapping can carry up to a life sentence and also a $10,000 fine in the state of Miami. But there's also other charges that actually haven't been explained by India. For example, burglary. This could be referring to the bag that he stole last month, or it could be you know, other things that India doesn't want to talk about because it could actually implicate him more. Now, again, like I've said,
because he
did
a lot of shit that could implicate him into a lot more shit,
You
right?
can see the bond labeled.
So that's why they don't want to
no
say
bond.
anything
This means
else.
Currently, he has no bond set, and no amount of money will be able to get him on bail before his court date. Now, I'm no Saul Goodman, but usually if they don't give you bond, that means it's a high-profile case, or they have enough evidence to basically.
Well, they think you're a risk, right?
Or you could even be some kind of flight risk and might skip town or the country.
They think you're going to do something while you're out.
Talking about popular MMOs and his crash out again. I'm sure you saw the
versus exactly
really
versus him.
Content creators go through something tumultuous.
Yeah, it was different, but even then he still fucked up.
Cheating that then leads to burglary that then leads to kidnapping, or just being a complete drunken crash out because you're going through a messy relationship. I do want to say absolutely no hate to Critical. I am very happy that he's basically the leading face of the commentary scene, but I love the fact how Explore With Us, who originally documented popular MMO's bodycam footage, they requested access. They plastered the video with watermarks, and then Charlie does a video just reacting to that, and he basically got more views in 1 hour than Explore With Us got in 12 hours. You gotta love YouTube, man.
Well, I mean,
but overall, with Gar,
I covered it too. Well, I mean, yeah, I covered it too, and that's just how the algorithm is. Especially when you have known content creators, yeah, they're gonna push the known people in the algorithm. That's just what they're gonna, right? They're gonna get. They want that money back too.
And India, I have no idea what's gonna happen next.
Right? They're going to obviously feature the top YouTubers, right? Especially when they cover a certain topic. I mean, just look at Asmongold's channel. Even if his editors are the ones who totally run that channel, or both channels at least. So yeah, I mean, that's just how it goes. That oligarchy is all I can say. The oligarchy. All streamers are socialists, by the way. I'm sorry. But I mean, it's true. YouTube will always feature, bigger content creators that have been on the platform longer, who have more of a subscriber base, right? More likes, more things to boost them up in the algorithm. That's just how it goes. Also, it depends on I guess your viewpoint of the coverage as well. I don't know.